Meline Stowe's name was synonymous with compelling performances throughout the 1990s. From her early days on television to commanding roles in blockbuster films, she captivated audiences with her talent and presence. Yet, at the pinnacle of a flourishing career, she made a decision that surprised many. She stepped away from the spotlight entirely. This article explores her most memorable roles and delves into the reasons behind her choice to leave Hollywood when she was at her peak, inviting readers to understand the woman behind the star. Born in Los Angeles, Meline Stowe came from a fascinating and diverse family background. Her mother hailed from an influential political family in Costa Rica, with her maternal great-great-grandfather, Bruno Carranza, having served as president of the country. On her father's side, she inherited Dutch, German, and English roots from Oregon. Raised in the working-class neighborhood of Eagle Rock in Los Angeles, Stowe initially found her passion in music. From the age of 10, she dedicated herself to becoming a concert pianist, practicing relentlessly. However, tragedy struck in 1976 with the unexpected death of her piano instructor, an event that deeply affected her and led to her withdrawing from music. This painful ending, however, marked the beginning of a new chapter in Stowe's life. She enrolled at the University of Southern California, choosing to study cinema and journalism. Her first taste of acting came in 1980 with an appearance on the TV series Little House on the Prairie, where she played Annie Crane, a blind painter. Over the next few years, she took on various roles in television and film, but none brought her immediate, widespread recognition. It wasn't until 1987 that she experienced her breakthrough moment with the comedy action film Steakout, where she starred opposite Richard Dreyfuss and Elio Est. Steakout was a commercial success, grossing over $100 million worldwide. And importantly, it showcased Stowe's ability to lead a major studio film. She was more than just a pretty face. Her charisma, comedic timing, and captivating screen presence made her a standout performer. Hollywood began to take notice, and her career momentum accelerated. In 1989, she starred in Worth Winning, a romantic comedy where she portrayed Veronica Briscoe, a demanding intellectual and classical pianist alongside Mark Harmon, further proving her range as an actress. That same year, she took on a role in Revenge, a romantic thriller set in Mexico, starring opposite Kevin Costner. The early 1990s saw her continuing to build an impressive portfolio. In 1990, she appeared in The Two Jakes, a sequel to the classic Chinatown, playing Lillian Bodie in a complex neo-noir tale about adultery, murder, and the oil industry in post-war Los Angeles. The following year, Stowe starred in Closetland, a psychological drama with only two characters, opposite Alan Rickman. She played a children's book author accused of embedding subversive messages in her work. Stowe's talents shone brightly in Unlawful Entry, 1992, a psychological thriller that became one of the early 90s defining films in the paranoia genre. She portrayed Karen Carr, a woman who, along with her husband Michael, played by Kurt Russell, experiences a horrifying home invasion. The film was a commercial success, earning over $57 million on a $23 million budget. Central to the film's effectiveness was the chemistry, or the deliberately uncomfortable tension between its three leads. This role helped cement Stowe's status as a serious actress capable of complex performances. The role that ultimately defined Meline Stowe's career came in 1992 with The Last of the Mohicans, directed by Michael Mann and starring Daniel Day-Lewis. This epic historical romance, set during the French and Indian War of 1757, featured Stowe as Cora Munro, the eldest daughter of a British colonel who falls in love with Hawkeye, a white man raised by Mohicans. The film was a critical and commercial triumph, praised for its stunning visuals and emotional intensity. The chemistry between Stowe and Daniel Day-Lewis was electric, with their final scene together becoming one of the most romantic moments in 1990s cinema. In 1993, Stowe took a different direction with Short Cuts, Robert Altman's ambitious ensemble drama, exploring the lives of various Los Angeles residents. Among an incredible cast, Stowe held her own in a film that prioritized character and atmosphere over plot. This marked a departure from her more mainstream work and demonstrated her ability to tackle complex artistic material. The following year, she earned her first true leading role in a major thriller with Blink, 1994, playing Emma Brodie, a blind Irish folk musician who regains partial sight through a corneal transplant and witnesses a murder. Blink was directed by Michael Apted and co-starred Aidan Quinn. The film explored the fascinating concept of retroactive hallucination, where Emma sometimes doesn't process what she has seen until hours or days later. Critics, including Roger Ebert, praised the film as a rare and effective thriller, highlighting how Stowe brought toughness and independence to a character who could have easily been portrayed as a helpless victim. The same year, she starred in China Moon, a neo-noir mystery where she played a classic femme fatale opposite Ed Harris and Benicio del Toro, in a sultry tale of obsession and murder set in small-town Florida. In 1995, Stowe solidified her stardom with 12 Monkeys, a sci-fi thriller directed by Terry Gilliam. She played Dr. Catherine Rayleigh, a psychiatrist who becomes entangled with a time traveler portrayed by Bruce Willis. Stowe's performance was widely regarded as one of her finest, balancing skepticism, compassion, fear, and heroism. She held her own alongside Willis and Brad Pitt, who stole scenes and received an Oscar nomination for his role. By the mid-1990s, Stowe was not just an actress, but a bona fide movie star, recognized for her talent and beauty. In 1995, Empire magazine included her among the 100 sexiest stars in film history. And in 2012, People magazine ranked her as the 5th most beautiful woman in the world. However, behind the glamorous image, Stowe was growing increasingly uneasy with certain aspects of her career, notably the nude scenes in films. She later revealed that while she had always been willing to participate, initially seeing it as meaningless, over time, it became personal and painful. It served as a stark reminder of how expendable women were perceived in the industry, a realization that contributed to her disillusionment. She candidly explained her growing dissatisfaction. Working with many talented people was enjoyable, but constantly playing victims was unsatisfying, and something she no longer wanted to endure. This marked a turning point for Stowe, who recognized the limitations placed on women's roles in Hollywood. She expressed frustration with the lack of complexity allowed in female characters, observing that while men could be erratic and inconsistent, women were often expected to be flawless and one-dimensional. This insight highlighted a deep-rooted issue within the entertainment industry regarding gender representation. While her career concerns intensified, Stowe had also cultivated a life outside Hollywood that became increasingly important to her. In 1982, after only 1 year of dating, she married actor Brian Benben. The couple met on the set of the NBC miniseries The Gangster Chronicles in 1981, and their marriage has endured for over 4 decades, a remarkable feat in an industry known for fleeting relationships. Together, they own and operate a working cattle ranch near Fredericksburg, Texas. Not as a mere weekend getaway, but as a serious agricultural enterprise requiring dedication and hard work. Motherhood further shifted Stowe's priorities. In 1996, she and Brian welcomed their daughter, May Theodora Benben, in San Antonio, Texas. The demands and realities of raising a child prompted Stowe to reevaluate her career path. Hollywood's grueling schedule and its inability to accommodate her new lifestyle made continuing at her previous pace unfeasible. So, rather than chasing fame and fortune, Stowe chose her family and ranch life over the relentless demands of the film industry. Following the success of 12 Monkeys, Stowe took a step back from acting in 1996 to focus on motherhood and family. She made a brief return in 1998 with Playing by Heart, an ensemble romantic drama featuring an all-star cast including Sean Connery, Angelina Jolie, Juliette Lewis, and Jon Stewart. Stowe played Gracie, a woman grappling with marital difficulties. In 1999, she starred in The General's Daughter, a military thriller opposite John Travolta, portraying Sarah Sunhill, a rape investigator and former love interest of Travolta's character. The film was a box office hit, grossing nearly $150 million worldwide. Despite these successes, her screen appearances became increasingly infrequent. In 2002, she appeared in We Were Soldiers, a war film depicting the first major battle of the Vietnam War. She took over the role of Julie Moore from Faith Hill, but by this time, Stowe's passion for acting had waned. Later, she returned for the TV series Revenge from 2012 to 2013, earning $75,000 per episode, marking a rare period of steady work. However, this phase of her career was on her own terms, allowing her to stay close to home and maintain a balance with her personal life. The contrast between Stowe's earlier and later career earnings is notable. In 1994, she earned $1.5 million for Bad Girls, placing her among the highest-paid actresses of her time. She could have continued to command major salaries for many years, yet she chose a different path. What she understood, and many performers never do, was that fame and wealth were hollow if they required sacrificing one's sense of self. When roles no longer offered meaningful or fulfilling work, and when she was repeatedly cast as the victim or objectified, Stowe recognized there was little point in continuing. Meline Stowe attended Hollywood's party for over a decade before quietly walking away. There was no dramatic exit or public spectacle. She simply recognized the limitations of the roles available to her and decided to step back. While the industry may now be evolving, offering more nuanced and complex roles for women, Stowe's era was marked by significant constraints, especially for actresses whose looks often overshadowed their talents. For the last 2 decades, she has lived a relatively private life on her Texas ranch with her husband, maintaining one of the longest marriages in Hollywood history. Hollywood often expects performers to remain hungry and grateful for every opportunity, regardless of the toll on their identity or happiness. But Stowe found clarity in what truly mattered to her and had the courage to walk away from the relentless pursuit of fame and fortune. In a town driven by ego and ambition, choosing personal fulfillment over professional acclaim may have been her most remarkable and authentic performance. Her story serves as a poignant reminder that success is not solely defined by public recognition, but by staying true to oneself. Thank you for joining this exploration of Meline Stowe's career and life choices. Your support means a great deal. If you appreciate content like this, please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting. It truly helps the channel grow. We look forward to sharing more stories with you in the future, uncovering the lives and legacies of remarkable individuals who have shaped the world of entertainment in meaningful ways.